let's watch our first video and see. Let's see if the conversation started off with our first video. In the chat, let us know what you think, and we'll be right back in a second.
Ways that women get lost in marriage, they lose themselves, they lose their ambitions. Their life goes from being a woman who was chasing her dreams to being wife and mother. Once the woman becomes the wife, her identity is lost. First of all, she loses her name and she takes on the man's name. Women sacrifice so much more to be a mother than a man sacrifices to be a father. And when I think about the idea of motherhood, it's not worth me risking mental health issues. It's not worth me risking dying, because you can die as well. It's not worth me risking stopping my career because I already enjoy my life as it is.
But you're saying dumb stuff.
Saying,
nobody...
you're the dumb person here. I'm not saying dumb stuff. I'm a Sunday Times #1 best-selling author, actually.
Oh, here comes the hammer. Is that the end?
That's the end of that.
For us. Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Was she calling the guy dumb for not agreeing with her?
No, I think he said that she was saying dumb stuff, and he was like, "I'm not actually." She was like, "I'm not actually dumb. I'm a
okay. I'm
author.
an author. Okay."
It was in response to yeah. So let's talk about it. She mentioned. So the first attack was on motherhood, mental stability. We kind of talked about that a little bit, like postpartum. Your body, right? Your body's going to go through changes. If you have a natural birth, you're going to have some issues, not issues, but, you're going to stretch out. You could tear. If not, you have a C-section, you're going to get cut. So there are things that your body does go through, right? Let's talk. And then, she mentioned when you become a wife, you completely lose your identity, you take on somebody else's name, right? So she talked about the naming process. So she had she made some points. I was glad to hear that, because sometimes you hear these people talking, they just be talking, but it sounded like she had actually thought about it. So when you hear her points, No Malengo, what do you think, or what would your response be to those?
Yeah, I also caught the part about losing your name. And the interesting thing is she's losing her name, which is her father's name. So it's not really hers. It's not her name to lose. And she has that name. If her parents were together, she has that name because her father gave it to her mother, then to her. And that's again, like you said very well, Lene, is that it's a natural evolution. So I think sometimes it's like there's a lot of misunderstanding, and I don't blame her if she's only 31 years old. I can tell you a quick story that takes about 30 seconds. I have a cousin we were born about 8 weeks apart. And I remember in December of 2003, I attended her wedding. And I was sitting with my grandmother, and I was telling her, this is not for me. I'm not ever getting married, and I don't want to, all that rambling, that feminist rambling. And my grandmother was like, "Oh, that's so sad. Can you at least just have a baby so we can help you raise a baby?" Fast forward, I got married in March of 2005. That was less than 2 years later. And everything changed. So I'm just saying that to say that when you're young, and I had a lot of exposure to a lot of really great and successful marriage during the year of 2004. And then in 2005, I got married. So it is just what are you listening to? What are you exposed to? But when I was talking about ignorance, I was talking about the loss of the name. If you really understand men, you'll understand that the way that they function and what they protect and what they provide for, they have to believe that it's in their tribe and it's aligned with them. And that is where that thing came from, where you take on his name. The same thing happens with inheritances and things like that. It's like either you're in or you're out. And if you're in, I'm going to do everything for you, everything with you. You're part of my tribe. And if you're not, like you're saying, I don't want to lose my name, you don't get in on all the good stuff. You stay out there. So I think sometimes it's just a misunderstanding of that. Men and women are really different. And if you don't understand men, you will continue to just kind of go around in this merry-go-round and frustrate yourself.
Okay. What about either of you, Tia or Aisha? Do you have, what are your thoughts on what she had to say?